I want to be his friend because I believe I can teach him everything I know. This way, he can learn how to make more money, just like I have. I am the best at making money in the world, and I want to help him become better at it too. He said something like, no, we don't need to be like that. We don't need to party the way they expect us to. I'm not sure what he meant by that, and it made me feel a little uncomfortable. It's like he didn't like the idea of going to these projects just to party with me. That really made me think twice about the situation. Now, when we talk about the feud between 50 Cent and Diddy, it's one of the most well-known rivalries in hip-hop. But the real story behind it is far more interesting. The situation is much more complicated than most people think. Fans often believed that 50 Cent made fun of Diddy just because they were in competition with each other. But the truth is, the rivalry had nothing to do with it. According to 50 Cent, he always felt something off about Diddy. However, things really changed when Diddy tried to bring him into his Freaks group. That was the moment 50 Cent decided he had to set boundaries. And here's the kicker, 50 Cent is not playing around. He even has a video to back up his side of the story. So, what exactly did 50 Cent say? Did Diddy really try to make a move on him? The whole story is way more layered than most people realize. This is the real reason why 50 Cent has such strong feelings against Diddy. Let us take a closer look. 50 Cent and Diddy have been going at it for as long as fans can remember. Curtis made it his personal goal to take jabs at Diddy whenever he could. Even when Diddy tried to put their rivalry aside and make peace with 50, 50 turned him down. And this all happened before any of the news about Diddy's allegations even broke. At that time, 50 Cent believed that Diddy's attempts to be friendly were just him trying to be a good person. However, looking back, 50 now feels differently about those actions. 50 Cent believes there was something seriously off about Diddy. Recently, he shared an old video of Diddy asking to be friends on his Instagram. In the caption, 50 wrote, "Nah, something isn't right. Stay over there, playboy. LOL." What is really unsettling, though, is that Diddy never really gave up. Over the years, he kept trying to get 50 Cent to work with him for some unknown reason. In fact, during an interview with The Breakfast Club, 50 Cent even revealed that Diddy once asked him to go shopping together. 50 Cent found Diddy's behavior to be really strange. He said that Diddy would say things that didn't make sense, like they sounded a bit off, almost like something fabulous. 50 explained, he would say something like, "Yo, no we don't, but me and you, we ain't party the way we need to party." I just didn't get it. What is he talking about? 50 admitted that when people talk to him like that, it makes him feel uncomfortable. He recalled a time a long time ago at Chris Lighty's wedding when Diddy told him he would take him shopping. 50 said he just looked at him like, "What? What do you mean by that?" 50 Cent did not know how to react when Diddy said that. He remembered thinking, "What did you just say? Let me move before I do something I will regret." He felt like Diddy was pushing him into an awkward situation, and he almost ruined the whole vibe of the wedding. Although Diddy's offer to take him shopping might have seemed like a nice gesture, 50 felt uncomfortable with it. He recently talked about this situation during an interview with Andrew Schultz on his podcast, Flagrant. 50 shared, "When Diddy offered to take me shopping, it felt strange. He was wearing this same shirt, and the whole thing just didn't sit right with me." 50 Cent expressed how uncomfortable he felt about Diddy's behavior. He was confused and said, "What do you mean by that? He was wearing the same shirt the whole time. Obviously, he wasn't bothered by it, but I was. That's what I'm trying to explain, bro." He went on to recall when Diddy mentioned taking him shopping. 50 said, "When he said that, I thought to myself, let me get away from him, because it felt off. It was like he was saying, now you're hot, so we have to hang out, like, really hang out." Then he added, "I'll take you shopping and I'll help you get some flashy stuff." 50 didn't know how to respond to that and just wanted to distance himself from the situation. 50 Cent found himself in a really awkward situation. He recalled, "I was looking around and I thought, let me just move away from him because I'm going to mess up the vibe at the wedding. I kept telling myself that. It was someone's wedding. It was Chris Lighty's wedding in Miami." He remembered looking at Diddy and thinking, "Yo, did you hear what he just said?" He tried to let it go because it was Diddy, but it still felt wrong. So, The big question is, why did Diddy seem so eager to get 50 Cent on his side? It turns out that Diddy really wanted 50 to come to his parties. But unfortunately for him, that was the one opportunity that 50 did not want to take. 50 Cent found Diddy's attempts unappealing, and the whole situation just turned him off. He didn't know the full story behind what was happening at Diddy's parties, or at least that's what he says. In a recent interview, when talking about the Netflix documentary Diddy has been working on, 50 said, "For years, I've said that I knew Diddy's character. But I wasn't part of that lifestyle, I wasn't going to those parties." The interviewer then asked, "So, what makes you so certain about the allegations surrounding Diddy?" 50 Cent admitted that he was just as surprised by the allegations as everyone else. He said, "I did not make these allegations, and I did not tell people to say these things. It came out, and I saw it in the news just like everyone else." He also shared that he always felt uncomfortable with how Diddy would bring up the idea of going to certain places just to party. When he would talk about bringing people to these projects to party with him, that really turned me off, 50 said. It made him step back from the situation. When asked if he knew how much was coming out, he responded, "I didn't realize how much was going to be revealed. When I saw it today, it surprised me." The allegations that were made by 3 men who claimed that Diddy drugged them shocked 50 Cent. He said, "To be honest, when people do not remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little strange." Fans can see where 50 Cent is coming from. One person commented, "So, what he is saying is that Diddy gave him bad vibes, and he always knew something felt really off about being around him." It's a feeling many can relate to. Sometimes you feel uneasy around someone, and later you find out there's more to it than you first thought. 50 Cent added, "It wasn't like I could just report this to anyone." 50 Cent explained that Diddy gave him the creeps, but when it comes to authorities, there was not much they could do about it. One person commented, "Here's the thing about what 50 said about Diddy's bad vibes. I have never met either of them, but I get the same bad feeling that 50 described. That says a lot about what kind of person I think Diddy is." However, some fans believe that 50 Cent might be acting like he doesn't know much about the situation with Diddy's freak-offs on purpose. They think he might be trying to stay out of the mess. One fan even said, 50 seems to be playing it safe and staying diplomatic about the whole thing. Some people believe 50 Cent knows a lot more about Diddy than he is letting on. Remember, the case is still ongoing in court, and the judges could ask him to come forward with what he knows. However, it seems like 50 Cent is not interested in doing that, as he has never considered himself a victim of Diddy. The idea that 50 knows more than he is sharing does not seem too far-fetched, especially since 50 has made it a point to call out Diddy many times over the years. He has especially been vocal about exposing what happens in Diddy's personal life. 50 Cent has often made comments about Diddy that some people interpret as calling him gay. When asked if that affects his relationships in Hollywood, 50 replied, "No, I do not call him gay." He went on to explain, "Let me read it properly. I said, I can no longer help you guys. Soon, you will all be gay and happy. You are now left under the leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow then." But that was not all. Back in 2014, 50 Cent posted 2 questionable photos of Diddy and Rick Ross on his Instagram, which seemed to suggest that the two were gay. He added a caption that hinted at this, leaving many to wonder about his intentions behind sharing those images. 50 Cent posted a picture with a caption that read, "I am not saying anything, but something is not right." Many people could have brushed off 50's comments as just him joking around with Diddy, but 50 was serious when he talked about the time he received Cassie's freak-off tapes. According to 50, someone sent him the tapes, and he immediately told Diddy about it. However, Diddy's reaction was not what 50 expected. He said something along the lines of, "What happens in Miami stays in Miami." That response did not sit well with 50, as it made him uncomfortable and raised even more questions in his mind. The pictures 50 Cent shared were really disturbing, and even after everything happened, people were still talking about it. During the after-party, 50 was asked if he thought Diddy was coming at him. He replied, "Oh, did he? Yeah, because he said some slick stuff." He described Diddy in a way that was a little harsh. But let me explain what I meant. He continued, you know how some people, who aren't the best looking, always hang out with attractive friends? They want to be the one who gets all the attention, to be the hot one in the group. 50 Cent's comparison painted a clear picture of how he saw Diddy's behavior, feeling like Diddy was always trying to be the center of attention. 50 Cent explained, you know, the reality of the situation is that people want to get close to him. He doesn't need me to tell you that. He'll tell you himself. He always says, what happens in Miami stays in Miami, but you know it's never really over. He paused and added, I don't know who he's talking about. He didn't say my name, right? He said something about me, but it wasn't directly my name. 50 then reflected on Diddy, saying, at the end of the day, whoever's around him, they'll end up feeling drained. It's like the final notice, you know? It will suck the life out of them. 50 Cent shared, like everyone else, I don't really know, but check this out. We were talking on the phone after everything went down, and then they sent me some pictures of this girl. But these pictures? They were way worse than you can imagine. It was unbelievable. I was like, come on, are you serious? This is crazy. I even called him and asked, are you really with this girl? Do you really like her like that? And he told me, yeah, that's my girl. 50 Cent said, what I want to know is who leaked the photos. Were they really leaked or was it just rumors? I can tell you for sure it was not me. I didn't do it. Do you have any idea who did it? He paused and added, well, we are getting closer to figuring out who did it. It's being looked into, but I'm not sure if I'm really supposed to talk about it like that. He continued, explaining that situations like these are why he chose to stay away from Diddy. Honestly, after everything, I had to avoid him completely, he said, adding that he even proudly shared this with fans. The rapper went on a rant about why he does not attend Diddy's parties. He said, some things are just not for me. I don't go to parties like that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them, but it's just not my thing. At this time, the allegations about Diddy hadn't come out yet, so it seems like 50 was trying to hint at the truth without directly saying it. There is probably a long list of people who knew about what was going on at those parties. 50 Cent found the confidence to speak out about Diddy because, according to fans, it all comes down to a strong sense of morals. One person explained it well, saying that most rappers are driven by money and attention and are too afraid to speak out. They pointed out that we probably won't see many people like Tupac or 50 Cent in our lifetime, people who are not easily controlled or manipulated by the industry. On the other hand, some people believe that 50's confidence comes from facing tougher opponents than Diddy. For example, 50 had beef with Pre, who was known as one of the most dangerous figures in the game. Back in the day, 50 Cent faced off against some of the toughest people in New York, including the guy who was behind Jam Master Jay's death. He wasn't scared of anyone, not even the New York Mafia. If 50 could handle that, there's no artist he would back down from. Even now, years later, 50 hasn't changed. He continues to speak his mind about the things that powerful people want to keep hidden. In fact, he plans to make the most out of the Diddy situation by creating a documentary. In 2024, he made the big reveal, sharing a screenshot of a Variety article that announced, 50 Cent sets Diddy bleep. For the past 10 years, 50 Cent has been speaking out, but now it is becoming more public, especially with the news about Diddy. However, aside from that, 50 emphasizes that this is just his point of view. He stayed away from that lifestyle all along because it was never his style. That being said, Diddy is not the only one facing 50's criticism. Ever since the Jay-Z allegations surfaced online, 50 has been taking shots at him too. He recently called out Jay for stepping onto the red carpet after Tony Busby made some explosive claims. The rapper posted a picture of Jay-Z, Blue Ivy Carter, and Beyoncé at the premiere of Mufasa, The Lion King on December 9th. He captioned it, Jay said they said I did something to a young woman. Everybody get dressed. We're going to see Mufasa. LOL. But that wasn't the only time he took shots at Jay. On the same day, 50 shared a picture of Jay from the TV series Entourage on his Instagram with the caption, okay, I don't know what's going on, but are we still having the Super Bowl? Just asking for a friend. FYI, Rock Nation. 50 Cent has had a partnership with the NFL since 2019, so who knows? Fans might even get a Jay-Z documentary soon, especially with 50 expanding his work to include more documentary series. At the end of the day, 50 is one of the few people in the industry who managed to avoid being pulled into Diddy's world, and fans are happy he was able to keep his integrity. Still, many are curious if 50 ever heard about the so-called freak-offs. Do you think 50 had inside knowledge about them, and is that why he holds such strong feelings toward Diddy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out the next video.